Good afternoon, everyone. Today we need to talk about the Bob Woodward Bombshell, the Democrats' latest attempt to undermine Donald Trump's coronavirus response and to completely ignore all of the big, bold actions he was taking from the very beginning. So the story goes like this. On February 7th, Donald Trump spoke to Bob Woodward where he said that reportedly the coronavirus was much more dangerous than the flu, and in an effort to not breed panic, he wanted to downplay the virus. At this time on February 7th, when Donald Trump made these statements, there was a grand total of 0 coronavirus deaths here in the U.S. Of course, the Democrats will never tell you this because context is important, which is specifically why the Democrats ignore it. So what exactly did the Democrats want Donald Trump to do? Did they want him to cut off travel from the source of where the infections were taking place? I mean, this would seem like a pretty extreme measure given the circumstances. But wait. Donald Trump did exactly that. A week earlier, Donald Trump had cut off travel from China, and the Democrats were not happy about it. Joe Biden had called him a xenophobe, so it's pretty clear he would have not done this, so no telling how many more people would have died had he been in charge. So what exactly did the Democrats want him to do? Did they want him to start implementing mitigation efforts when there was a grand total of 0 U.S. deaths? Did they want him to start implementing lockdown measures? How do you think the Democrats would have responded if Donald Trump tried to implement lockdown measures the first week in February when there was 0 coronavirus deaths? We already know. The Democrats would have cried, "Donald Trump is a fascist." So did the Democrats just want him to use more ominous language when talking about the coronavirus? People were already going out stocking up on a 10-year supply of toilet paper. And I want to put everything in context here. During that same week, the first week in February, there was 60,000 deaths from all kinds. And there was a grand total of 0 coronavirus deaths. So I want you to ask yourself a serious question. Do you think the American people would have accepted making serious changes in response to a virus that was responsible for 0 deaths at the time? The answer is obvious. Another thing the Democrats will tell you is Donald Trump should have listened to experts. And when they say this, what they really mean is Donald Trump should have listened to this guy, Dr. Anthony Fauci. So wait, what was Dr. Anthony Fauci saying around that same time? Well, here is an interview that Dr. Anthony Fauci had 11 days later, where he had said that you should be more worried about the flu and that masks were irrelevant.
Are worried. Should they be worried? Are they worried unnecessarily? And what should they be doing?
No, I don't think people should be frightened. I mean, the risk right now, today, currently, is really relatively low. And low right now, don't worry about it. Be more concerned about influenza. People wearing masks now is just not relevant. You don't need to be walking around with a mask right now.
In a subsequent interview after this, Dr. Fauci explicitly refuted the claims made by the Bob Woodward Bombshell, in which he said that he never got the impression that Donald Trump tried to distort anything. But the Democrats will tell you, you need to listen to the experts. But they don't actually mean it. What they really mean is you should listen to the experts unless they agree with Donald Trump, which in that case, you should completely ignore them. This is all just a desperate attempt by the Democrats to try to change the news cycle, which is why they ran with that Atlantic story recently, which was backed by completely anonymous sources. Yeah, real quality journalism there. And now they're running with this story. It's just a desperate attempt for the Democrats to change the news cycle and hope that you don't find out things like Donald Trump was recently nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize. Orange Hitler, the orange Nazi, nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize? Yeah, you're not supposed to know about that. Or be reminded that Nancy Pelosi doesn't follow her own lockdown orders that she tries to enforce for you and I. Or be reminded that there is still ongoing civil unrest and riots or mostly peaceful protests happening in Democrat-run cities. Or find out that Donald Trump's support among black voters has nearly tripled since he took office in 2016 as the Democrats accuse him of being a racist. This is all just an effort to try to change the news cycle, and it's all by design. That's my video. Hope you like it. Please leave your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe, and I will see you all next time.